This dip bed side anyway.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I feel it in my butt. Oh, I know I said okay. In my medicine. Oh, I know I said okay. In my medicine. Oh, I know I said okay. In my medicine.
It's hard to say it's good. It's accurate.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Vikings and the Eagles on Monday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good stuff. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That start, 14 yards to get him going. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now it's Jackson. This pass out wide to Hall. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. Leading him out, the quarterback from BYU, standing at 6'2", and that's Taysom Hill.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Hill, and a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. On 2nd and 10, Hill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Hill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. David Ajabo running in to take him down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, the offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson now. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now the second-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hill. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Hill. And this one is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Hill. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he goes out right around the 39. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That caught by Trimble. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets it down to the 32. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Jackson. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On first down, it's Hill. Complete right side to Otten. On second down, here's Mitchell. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Hill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. "51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. They'll start on the ground. Hall. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They'll go again with Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Hill. Open man is Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now it's Hill. And that will be incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. "49-yard punt, 5 on the return." And out will come the offense as they take over. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here
At their own 47-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And now out comes Minnesota.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now it's Jackson.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Hill. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll find Hall. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jackson now. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. This pass out wide to Hall. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 24, Jackson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this 1st half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now Hill looking to throw on first. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A final shot before break. Hill. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Joe Mixon, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Jacoby Brissett, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Aaron Rodgers, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Hill. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Hill. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hill. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Hill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Hill. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. On 1st and 10, Hill.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Hill.
This one taken in by Otten. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They run over center with Mitchell.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Hill to throw on 3rd and 1.
That's caught right side by Palmer. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Now it's Hill. Flushed out, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taysom Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to come into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
There's a second straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Hill on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Hill got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hill. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play fake, and it's Hill. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. To the air again, Hill. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Hill. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Ball again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st down, Hill. He's got Otten. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Hill. Finding Otten once more. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hill. Open man is Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And again, it's Hill. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Hill. Open man is Bourne. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. Here's Hill. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Hill looks to throw. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Hill. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Hill on the crossing route, complete. It's Palmer. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Hill. Flush to his right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashard Higgins from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that cuts this lead down to 13. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Hall again.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So now the Eagles down by 16, and time a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Now Hill looking to throw on first.
That's complete to Otten.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first down, it's Hill. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One last throw here for Hill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.